YouTube, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing our EPL Matchday 5 review show. We're a bit short-numbered today, but Mike is here with us. How you doing, Mikey?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm good. We'll go straight into today's. We'll try to keep it shorter than the usual videos. We'll start off first game. I guess weekend as a whole. I think like the biggest. What would you say was the biggest shock of the weekend?
I would say that Brentford game, mate. That was one of the only other games that I watched all of, apart from obviously the United game.
Yeah,
And I think all of us except for me, didn't I say a
I think you said
2-1
Brentford. You said
2-1
Brentford, yeah.
Brentford? Yeah,
Yeah, you did, yeah.
2-1. And then you guys were like, nah, no chance, But
I went
like,
Wolves, yeah, 2-0.
Wolves were really shocking. We'll get
Mm.
into it, but that was So.
Yeah, I reckon that City draw, the Man City Southampton. I think
Oh
that was
yeah, I
just
forgot about that.
I
That
can't
was
believe it was a 0-0 draw.
that was one of the only game I had championship games that didn't come through in my multi that were a
Mm.
shock, but that was the only game I got wrong out of
In the
my
EPL.
yeah. So
Yeah, there was some that was really crazy. But we'll start. Obviously, first game that kicked off was that Newcastle Leeds game.
mm.
Bro, same Maximin, man. He's he is too good for Newcastle. That guy was tearing it up.
my old man, is a Newcastle fan, but he doesn't stay up to watch football. And I said to him while I was home, I said, let's watch the game. Let's get up and watch the game. So we got
Mm.
up, and from the start, he was like, "Who's this? Who's that guy with the headband again? He's good." Yeah,
Because
it was good
he's got that. He signed last year like a 6-year deal or something, so he could go for some good money if they decide to sell him.
because you really their squad is built around having Callum Wilson up front.
Mm.
Um,
I don't think Wilson scored. He scored one, hasn't he?
yeah, but like they signed him being an injury player. Like he'll get injuries all the time, but they've sort of worked around it. Especially with that game, they worked around
Mm.
having Saint Maximin. He wasn't signed as a striker, was he? He was signed as a winger. So.
Yeah,
But
he
I
was. Yeah,
thought Amaron in the United game and then that game, I think I think he's only still young, isn't he? But he's got a lot of
he's still
potential,
young.
eh?
Yeah,
Got a lot of
he
potential.
does. He needs to do a bit more. He hasn't really done enough for the price tag that came for him last year. I don't think
No,
so.
no, no.
But Leeds United, bro, I think they're doing shocking this year. If they keep going the way they are, they're going to be struggling big time. I
Well,
think you
they
and I
had
had them pretty high up in the list.
well they got the what was his name? He got the red card in the Liverpool game. Like they appealed that. Obviously, he didn't get it, but then they said
Oh, for
that
the breaking of the leg. Yeah.
they hadn't got like that's the only other like if that guy because that guy's got the red card, they haven't got any other centre backs in the squad. Like
I don't understand that, eh?
to me, that's ridiculous. They had to play a left back or something like that as a centre back, or so that's
I know they were
ridiculous.
linked with like loaning Rob Holding. They probably should have done that
Yeah,
in the summer.
yeah.
But yeah, Rafinha scored maximum. But yeah, he was man of the match for me. Like I'm looking at just like their shots. It was pretty much on par. Leeds 22, 9 on target, and Newcastle
Mm.
had 17-7. So, but
Yeah,
possession was all in Leeds.
the shot was from, the shot was incredible from,
Mm.
wasn't it? Yeah.
Wolves and Brentford. Obviously you're the one that got that one. Ivan Toney penalty, and then that what's his name, Mabuyo or something like that.
Yeah,
Uh,
them two just gel, don't they? They're pretty
mm.
good. They got the
Brentford
red
are
card, but
they're
that
a
was
real
right
big
at the end.
shock.
Yeah, yeah. Like isn't Ralphie said about having so many points to stay up, and they're doing that pretty well, aren't they?
They're doing it. They're doing it. Yeah, we'll get on to De Gea. But yeah, that Wolves didn't even register a shot on target.
I don't know why they keep trying. Obviously Jimenez got that injury last year, but why do they keep trying? Starting him and stuff like that.
Did that
Like
what's his Hwang Hee Chan? Did he start?
he came on, mate. No, he didn't start. I think
He
he
needs to be
came on.
starting, bro. He's class.
Yeah, he came on the second half, and then to me that Jimenez was trying to do that. What's it called? The Rabona. What was it when you do that kick around the back?
Yeah,
Did you
yeah,
see that?
yeah,
And he missed it. You
yeah,
should
yeah.
be just trying to
That's fucking
shoot, mate.
embarrassing. Yeah.
And then he had a header that like was a good header, but like didn't have the power, and then he ripped off his headband that he's been wearing. Like obviously he's got that head injury. He's going to be like
Mm.
check. He's always going to wear that headband for safety, but you know, yeah, disappointing from Wolves.
Yeah, but Brentford doing really, really good things. They're sort of like my shock as well as Brighton, but we'll get onto that one as well. Watford beating Norwich 3-1. Sarr popping up with some more goals. I even said like last year when Watford got relegated, I thought actually Sarr would be one of those transfers that sort of leaves the squad, but he obviously stayed and he's back in the Premier League. I think he's such a good talent. Pookie obviously scored. Um, who was
Finally,
that? Bonaventura, yeah, scored the other one, yeah. But yeah, I think that was actually a pretty decent game. Actually like watching it. Watford haven't done too bad so far.
yeah, it was a game for either team to win that one, really, wasn't it? Like both teams have been sort of struggling, and
Yeah, just let his shirt slide. Let his shirt slide. Spurs in the mud. Hey, this is my favorite thing. It's my favorite thing.
yeah.
What was the next game? We got Arsenal Burnley. We'll touch base on it. We'll touch base on it.
I didn't catch that one. I saw the goal, but I didn't really watch any of the rest of the replay for that
Good
one.
free
So, mate.
kick. I'm more of one of the so they say negative fans at the moment. I don't really like we won, we got 3 points, but still there's nothing for me that's evident in style of play, creating chances. We're not performing really bad. And I know Tottenham are in a bad place at the moment as well, but form goes out the winning in a derby. But it does worry me that people are like bigging up Howie, they're coming from YouTube, bro. What was I trying to say? Like we're not creating enough chances. That's just the main thing, and we're just it's really bad to see. Honestly, it's
How many?
dead.
Like, was it a game where you had like plus 5, 6 shots on target or anything like that? Was it?
Yeah, I think we had like 12 or 13 shots, but I think only 3. Let me actually check. See, we had 13 shots, 3 on target, but I try to look at both perspectives. People say like, oh yeah, this is great, defense is better, but Burnley had 18 shots, bro.
Yeah.
And Burnley having 18 shots, like there was obviously a couple of controversial decisions in there, like I don't know if you saw the penalty that happened with Arsenal. Like Ben White did like a Mustafi pass backwards and it went to Ramsdale, and Ramsdale obviously stuck his foot out. The Burnley player touched the ball beyond Ramsdale, but Ramsdale got like a fucking sliver of his like shoe on the bottom of it, and it just sort of went to the side a little bit, but he still then cleaned the player. And obviously referee called penalty, and you can't really, for me, like you can't, thanks bro. You can't really like question the penalty decision there, but obviously it didn't get called a penalty for Burnley. And I thought that was actually pretty hard done by, because if I was the one attacking, I always try to look at the situation like that. If I'm the attacking player, should I think that like, should it be given? And if I think it should, like, you still clean the player. Like it was just like the most minuscule, like second little touch after the ball. And a lot of Arsenal fans were like blowing up saying it's not a penalty, this and that. And I don't know. I think I just think it should have still been a penalty.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah. No, I didn't see. I didn't catch it, mate.
You gotta like watch it back to sort of understand, because like in the quick motion, it looks like he cleans the fuck out of him. But obviously, yeah, we got the dead ball free kick. Like I said, we're still struggling to score from open play. We scored 1 open play goal this year, and that was through that little dribble over the line, which was like an accident. But other than that, we're not doing anything. So I'm not really that confident going into the Tottenham game on the weekend. But a lot of people are also like bigging up Ramsdale in goals, because obviously Arteta's dropped Leno for 2 games. And to me, Ramsdale still hasn't had a test. Like we versed Burnley, Norwich, who barely registered shots on targets. Like Burnley only had 2 or 3 shots on target in 18. And then on top of that as well, we only versed an under 23 West Brom team. So he's kept 3 clean sheets. So that's obviously, it's good, keepers on clean sheets. But to me, he still hasn't been tested as a keeper. People are saying, oh, yeah, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, man of the match. He got man out of the match. I don't even remember him making a save. I think the ball came to him once and he went like this and blocked it and it went up. And that, man of the match for that? Like,
Yeah.
I just think it's just overhyped, bro. It
Because
just
wasn't when you played was it West? It was West Brom, wasn't it? That the
under
champion in
23
the
team, yeah.
yeah. Wasn't there a few saves there where they were questionable, like from him? Even though was it a clean sheet that game?
He kept a clean sheet, but yeah, they were like scrappy, like
There was some
little schoolyard saves sort of thing. Like, I guess at the end of the day, it doesn't matter as long as you save it. But
yeah.
maybe he was nervous, debut game, so that's understandable. But like, I don't know, like a lot of people are trying to like badmouth Leno and talk shit against him, but that guy saved us, bro. He was our player of the season along with Aubameyang like 2 years ago. He
Yeah.
was the only reason we weren't in a worse position last year? Yeah, last year before we sold Martinez, or the year before that. And obviously he got injured through Mope. And yeah, he's just been fucking just disrespected, I feel.
Mm, yeah.
That's just what I think anyway. Just think it's hard to say that someone's better after 3 games with no tests. So, but
Mm,
anyway, yeah, like how he said, it's nothing special, but we got the job done. We got 6 points. Like Tottenham fans are messaging me and talking shit on like Twitter and social media, saying mind the gap. And if we beat them, we're literally on same points next week.
yeah. Yeah. That'll
They
be
think
interesting, eh?
they think they fucking won the league already, bro. They're retarded. Man City, Southampton. I think that was a big shock. I don't know if you saw the highlights. City scored right at the end, and I think didn't City score right at the end there and win the game, and
I
then they
didn't
called it
see that.
offside.
Was it?
I think so.
All I saw was the like the stats, like how well Southampton part themselves up, sort of thing.
Well,
That
dude,
was pretty.
City had 1 shot on target out of
Mm,
16.
mm.
I actually can't believe that. They're really struggling without that central striker this year.
Yeah, yeah. I think teams can like with them
Very
like
predictable.
yeah, teams can like set up. Obviously
Hmm.
the manager, what's his name, the German, what is he?
Hasenhüttl?
Yeah. Obviously
Is he still the coach, Ralph Hasenhüttl?
yeah. Obviously
Yeah.
he's just set
Dude,
himself
he's
up.
got 4
So
draws in a row. Holy shit.
yeah. Wow, eh. Well, did you see that stat of with Tuchel and Klopp, how all their
Oh,
games have
exactly
been
the same. Yeah.
yeah, pretty interesting, eh?
I think that's
You
pretty
might
crazy, yeah.
put money on them to draw next, to get the same this weekend. Yeah, the other one was we'll get do you want to get into the Liverpool game? I thought that was a cracking game, eh?
Yeah,
Liverpool.
Liverpool's the next game. Yeah, Liverpool for me were just so good in that game, bro. Like, obviously, I think Salah missed a penalty as well,
Mm,
in that game, so it could have been even more. But yeah, the amount of chances they created. I know Jota missed like 2 shots right on the line. There was literally one where he was like a yard out and just skied it into row Z, where he could have scored. Yeah, they played so good, man. If Liverpool keep fit, I know a lot of people disregard them. I don't, but if they keep fit and they get lucky with injuries this year, they're going to be up there for the league with Chelsea
yeah, that's the
and
big
you
thing,
guys.
isn't it?
Depending how you guys
Injuries.
like your
Yeah.
form picks up against because you guys always seem to do well against big teams, but it's the small teams where you like drop
Yeah.
points or Ollie gets like.
Watch us lose against Norwich. I'll say it out now.
But that's what I'm saying. It's just it's weird things like that. Like it's like the young boys thing. Like it's just weird shit like that.
Yeah.
You'll
Yeah.
go and do a worldie, and then the next week you'll just lose to someone or draw to someone and drop points. But yeah, that Liverpool was like so good.
What did you think about like Crystal Palace? Like I thought there would be a bit more. I think I tipped like a 2-3 on that game. I thought Crystal Palace would
I
have.
actually I tipped 3-0 exactly. So I
Did
wish
you?
I'd bet
Well,
on it. Yeah, I wish I'd bet on it.
I just thought they would have given a bit more.
I thought so as well. Yeah, I thought so as well. But Liverpool's a hard place to go. Like they're they're just a different kettle of fish. They're a completely different team. How do I feel about the development of Greenwood and Martinelli since Unai left? I've said it a lot in a lot of different videos, bro. I think Martinelli's been handled very poor. I'd say out of the two, he had the more potential, let's say. And he still does. Like, he's only 20. So he's still young. Or he's 19, maybe still 19, 20.
Mm.
But Greenwood's definitely developed a lot further than what he has as a player. Obviously, he does have better players around him. He's being played more, obviously gaining more experience through that. And Martinelli just isn't getting played whatsoever. He's getting no game time, poor treatment by the manager, poor development. You've seen our young players, they're really suffering. He plays like 2 young players all the time in Saka and Smith Rowe, and it doesn't give anyone else a chance. So Balogun's going to suffer. He signed a new deal, wanting to play more game time, and we've kept the likes of Eddie, which is taking away game time from more players. So I don't understand, but Greenwood's just completely surpassed Martinelli for now. I still think Martinelli has a high ceiling, but it depends on his coaching. And if I was Martinelli, I would leave and move to like a Borussia Dortmund next year. He would just excel like crazy at Dortmund. You're seeing
Do
like
you
Jude Bellingham, like Dominic Malin, like he's an old Arsenal academy player as well. We let go. So what were we saying,
What do
Mike?
you
Sorry.
think about like I heard on a podcast, and I've been thinking it for a while, is about with Ronaldo now coming into United, and he's pretty much playing that centre forward role.
Mm,
Everyone thought that, but I was listening to a thing it was saying about when he joined Juventus, he didn't actually want to play that role. He still wanted to play that more left-sided, what he was doing at Real Madrid, or
mm.
putting him on the right when he wanted to, or switching sort of thing. They would do that, but with his age and that, I think definitely him in that last man is going to work for us,
Yeah, yeah.
but at the start of the season, that first game, obviously against Leeds, with Greenwood being that last man, and you saw a little bit of it last season as well as him, becoming more of that last as a striker, because he
Mm.
can finish with both feet. What do you think about him now being, pretty much relegated to being on the right hand side? Like, I know, like they can, he can probably play either
I
side.
felt like
Greenwood
they
being,
were like, especially like on the weekend. I felt like they were interchanging. Ronaldo was coming a lot off that left hand side
yeah,
on the
yeah,
weekend. So I don't know, but I just think like for however long Ronaldo's there, 2-3 years, um, it's going to be priceless for what he can teach and what Greenwood could learn underneath
yeah,
him.
absolutely,
And
absolutely.
they've got to find a way to list that integration to happen. Whether it
Yeah,
means like if games are secured and done, bring Greenwood on sooner or start him in a few matches.
yeah,
And but then
yeah.
you got like Rashford coming through back as well.
I know. Yeah, it's
So
crazy.
you guys really have a struggle. Like obviously, like I said at the start of the season, it's going to take Sancho time to adapt. He's getting a lot of shit, but it's never gonna. It's just like when Pepe came. It takes time.
Mm,
Some players just because he's English doesn't mean he's going to suit the league. He's
yeah,
never
I
played
think
Premier League.
it helps Greenwood also with I know they got Delort now that will play that sort of right side when needed, but it's less probably now that they don't have to feel that with Dan James, giving
Mm.
him game time there. Like at least it's always going to probably be Greenwood starting on the right hand side. Now.
But where do you play Sancho?
Well, Sancho was playing a bit more.
Well, like a cam
Um,
or something.
Yeah, he was playing. It was crazy how we were playing it. He was playing. It was sort of like he was still on the right hand side, but then Greenwood was like doubling up
More
with
progressive.
Ronaldo, but then getting
Yeah, yeah.
back, and then he was sliding in. It's really hard to figure out. You see it on paper, but then when
They
it's
could
game
be
time,
playing like a little like a hexagon or whatever, and then they
yeah,
just like change formation as they progress forward or something like that.
I think yeah, and also on one of the podcasts I was listening to, it was like Greenwood always somehow with like his heat map, he'll always still find the right hand side. He
Mm.
doesn't like being both feet, but he won't go to the left hand side. Whereas in Marcus Rashford is the same. Whereas in he likes to be on the left hand side and cut in and shoot with his
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
He always finds that left side. Then Pogba's always the left hand side, and it was just going for all the players. And it's like, how does it all work? How is it all going to work? There's never going to be a game for us when everyone's fit with Rashford and Cavani. There's never going to be a game where we have
Yeah, how do you
you know
integrate Cavani back in? I think
yeah,
he's just more Cavani's just a super sub. You got to loft it in the box and get ahead of
yeah.
goal or something.
Hopefully he becomes like the Ollie of his time, where he's that man you can sub on and look for, for that chance sort of thing.
I
That's
think he
what I,
will. Cavani's class. I
yeah,
think it was a good like temporary signing, a good extension as well.
yeah, yeah,
Daniel Marlon, Gnabry, yeah, all these guys left small fees. Yeah, they would, bro. Unfortunately, at the time when you do sell a youth player, you don't know of their potential. Look at Man United and Pogba. Prime example. You went on a free, bought him back for 100 million.
crazy.
So yeah, you never know what someone can come to. But I heard a rumor that Serge Gnabry did an interview end of last year, and his contract ends, I think, 2022, end of 2022 or something. So he's got when it gets to the summer window, he's only got a year left on his contract. And he said that if he's going to come back to the Premier League, he said he's coming back to Arsenal. So, but then I'm like, well, where does he fit in? We spent 72 million on that right hand side wing on Pepe, but I would sell Pepe personally. It's just not good enough
Pepe,
for me.
I think Pepe was nice on paper, wasn't it? You know, with the way he was, but
The
then
talent, the thing with Pepe, they're really frustrating. Like the talent is there, and I know he's an
yeah,
amazing on his best day, like an Ozil. Like on their best days, you just know they're amazing. But the problem is, you don't get their best days. You
mm,
get a 30% out of 100%, nearly most matches. Does a couple of things, but then most of the time will be stuff ups. Shit. Like there was a time like he was running through in the game, and he could have done the little tap left-footed through ball to Aubameyang. Aubameyang just open foot finesse goal. It would have been perfect.
yeah,
But he's just so weak on his pass, and the fucking defender intercepted it. It's
yeah.
just little things like that, and it's just it's
He's like
shocking.
he falls into that like Balotelli, but Arnautovic, Mitrovic sort of like not lazy, but like do it when they
It's
want to.
frustrating. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just he's really frustrating because I can see the talent and I can see he's an amazing footballer, but at the end of the day, if you're not producing week in week out, then I don't want you in the team. I'd rather someone like a Sanchez. Sometimes he wouldn't play the best, but that guy would work his fucking ass off, and that's what
mm,
Martinelli does as well. Which is why I hate that like Pepe is stealing his game time because I think that I'd rather see him flourish and then Pepe come on as a sub if that needs to be.
yeah, yeah.
Because you get at least goals, assists, everything like that. He can score with both feet. He can score with headers. Like just this manager, bro, he's a fucking fraud. What do
Ashton,
you
do you
what do you
wanna,
what do you think of Ollie?
I think, mate. I've said from the start that I support him. I watched back in the day when he was a player, and now he's the manager. I was actually there in Manchester for his first ever game when he took
Oh, where?
over. Yeah, that was the first. Yeah, it was the game I like. Well, is that the last game I've ever
Is that the
seen?
one where you're in the waist stand?
No, there was a game I went to with Alex. It was Alex's first ever game, and it was
Oh,
literally
okay.
like we were on the plane coming from somewhere to somewhere, and it like just came on my phone that Mourinho's been sacked and Ollie's in, and I was like, Alex, we're going to be seeing Ollie as the manager, and I'm like, it was crazy, and it was when I had the best tickets ever. We were pretty much to the left hand side of the dugout
Mm,
for the bench, and so obviously they come from the tunnel out,
mm.
walking out, and he's just there waving it, sort like waving pretty much at me sort of thing, and that was pretty special. I was just like, yeah. But
Come in.
no, I like you said, Dill, as well, and I think Raf would agree with me. I think this year he definitely needs to he's had that little bit now.
He
You
has to
know,
win something. Yeah.
he has to FA Cup, something like that. He made it to the final last year with the obviously Europa. Still upset about that final.
It's
Um,
penalties. Go either way. You should have won it before then
yeah,
anyway.
yeah, you know what I mean. Like if he had won that, people would have maybe looked
You
at
know
it a little
what?
bit
You guys
different.
need to get through the fucking group stage this year.
I
Of
know,
the
I know.
the way you guys start, you need to get through that group stage. There's still 5 games, and you got a
Yeah,
pretty easy group. I
we
just
got
think you just got to go hard out on that.
West Ham and I keep getting them mixed up. Is it shit? What's the league it's on now? What are we running during the week?
Yeah, we've got the
Oh,
Carabao
oh,
Cup. Is it?
Carabao Cup. There we go. The energy
Yeah,
drink. I
we're
keep forgetting the
versing
name.
AFC Wimbledon or something on Thursday morning.
Oh, is it at their ground or?
I think it's at the Emirates. I think so.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Let me check.
I like Wimbledon
Yeah, I
ground.
love going to the smaller games. I love looking at their old pitches. All the fans
Yeah,
there, nice and close. Yeah, it's at
because
the Emirates. That sucks.
we were talking about Wimbledon, weren't we? Well, this is what last week when we were talking about that you
Yeah.
playing them. When we were saying about Wimbledon not being a team and just becoming a. They've only just like it was after COVID. They played their first game at home in their new stadium and whatnot. I'm pretty sure. So, but they've got haven't they got Akinfenwa? No, he's at Wickham now, isn't he? He
No,
used to
yeah,
play
he's
for
at
him.
Wickham. Yeah, he's been there
Yeah,
3
couple.
years. I think he signed another
Yeah,
contract extension. Yeah, little
yeah,
beast. I wonder if he's still the strongest player. Or is it Traore,
yeah. He wants to actually when he said someone asked him what are you going to do after football, like you're going to get into like because he loves getting on the mic obviously and
maybe.
being a bit of an MC, but actually he said like what are you going to do? And he said I'm going to be a wrestler. Apparently, he wants to be full time
Really?
wrestler, like go to the States and wrestle. Yeah,
I could
so
see that.
yeah,
He definitely could with his
he's
body.
got the back. Like he's got everyone in the UK and people who play FIFA would want to watch him. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I'd be able to with the name. A lot of people fucking get into those events.
yeah.
We'll keep going
Oh
with
yeah.
it. I think
Let's talk about
another
football.
yeah. I think another shock of the weekend was Villa beating Everton 3-0.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
I had Everton. I think I put Everton like 2-0 in that game.
Everton were on like a bit of a run, weren't they? The
Yeah.
last, so and Villa were struggling, but
So
looks
Everton,
like
yeah, they did 3 wins and a draw leading up to that. And obviously fifth one being a loss. But still, like, look, they're in 10 points. It's a great start for them out of 5 games. You told that to an Evertonian start of the season, they would have taken that all day.
mm,
So,
yeah.
and obviously Villa climbing a little bit. 7, they're in 10th. Not that it means too much positioning this early. But
I was Johnny Cash, not Johnny Cash. What's his name?
Matty
Cash.
Cash, yeah.
Yeah. His goal was pretty good. Did
Wasn't
you
he the
see
one
that?
from Newcastle, Matty Cash?
Oh, I can't remember. I need Adam. I don't know. I can't remember, mate.
I thought Matty Cash played for. Maybe I'm thinking of the brothers. What's that Longstrom? What's the
Oh,
brothers' names?
Longstaff.
Longstaff, yeah. Maybe I'm thinking
Their
Matty Longstaff. That's what I'm thinking of.
their dad was a professional ice hockey player in the NHL in America. But he played in Canada.
Oh, really?
Their dad, yeah. Interesting.
Pretty cool.
Fact.
But yeah, Matty Cash had a good goal. Dino with the own goal, which I thought was Bailey's. But then Bailey scored that beautiful, like, I don't know if you saw the goal, but a beautiful, like, chip over the top.
Yeah.
And then
Whew,
just rocket into the freaking net.
I love his
Beautiful.
accent, Did you hear him after the
Yeah.
game?
Yeah.
I've got to take him with confidence.
It's because he's Jamaican. But yeah, that's a great win for Villa. I think obviously Emi Martinez and stuff were back, but I don't think Everton really tested him. It was just Villa pretty much that whole game. Another game
shock,
that was
Brighton.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. The
They were
next
favourites,
shock was
though.
that Brighton Leicester.
They were like Ralphie was saying, they were favourites, wasn't he, at the end of last episode when we were doing
I was
that?
talking. I messaged Lee Chappie, the guy that looks like Jamie Vardy. You ever
Oh
seen him?
yes, yeah.
Yeah. So I was messaging him and I said to him just like they I feel like they got robbed a little bit because they scored 2 goals that were disallowed, and I'm just not understanding fully like how do they come to the assumption that it's an offside when the player that was offside had no indirect impact to the play. And that's what's I thought that rule was just like if it didn't affect the play, it didn't like disallow the goal, but it disallowed 2 goals that they scored. An Ndidi header, I think. It was I think it was off 2 corners they scored, and yeah, disallowed twice for just like supposed impediment offside. But the keeper had full visual on the goal, everything like that. So I don't understand how VAR is judging their rulings or anything like that. But I just thought it was very poor decisions. But like Brighton, which we've alluded to before, like they've started really, really well.
Yeah, definitely, mate. A bit of
What are
a
they sitting
bit
in?
of a
They're
dark horse, So
sitting in 4th at the moment on 12.
wow, yeah.
It's crazy. I actually can't believe it. So, but like the teams like that, they will struggle as the season goes on. We'll go to your game, which was a huge game on the weekend. Obviously, Ronnie scoring again. Even though it's like save and tap in, whatever. It's a goal. Lingard with a banger. That was a great finish.
Had to be him,
Yeah.
Did you see
It
Ronaldo?
makes up a little bit of a redemption as well for what happened through the week.
Did you see they zoomed in on Ronaldo when Lingard came on and he did the shake of the head, same as what he did when Jota was in the tunnel with him in the Euros? He shook his head, and then next minute he's got him as his best mate. But
No,
it was like I've said. Some of the boys that was talking to me, like saying to me, like, "Oh, you're gonna get like, obviously you're gonna watch it," sort of thing. I was like, "Yeah, definitely gonna watch it." Like last year, I only missed 3 games. This year, I'm making it so I watch every game. Like that's my record to try and watch every game this season. It doesn't matter on the time, but I was it'd been a big day for me, so I was like in and out of like half asleep, half not, trying to drink.
That was me with Burnley because it was like 1 a.m. and I was like watching. I doze off for like 2 minutes, wake back up, and it's like fucking. It's so hard when you're so tired because they're fucked up times, man. They're so hard.
Yeah, but I was there and I saw I saw the Ronaldo's goal, and then I saw the West Ham goal, but then I was definitely awake for when it was the penalty. I was like sitting right up, and I was like, "Oh, he's gonna score this." Like I was just thinking back to that final.
Yeah,
like
when I saw that, and I was like, "Fuck!" I know De Gea never saves penalties. I don't think he saved the penalty since like 2015 or something, which is crazy. Like I think that's his 39th penalty or something in a row.
Yeah,
and he saved it. which is
So
crazy. And the thing is, Mark Noble has never missed a penalty since 2016. So it was
crazy
like two
stats,
two
eh?
two records broken at the same time. But like
Yeah,
I still feel like in that decision, it's sort of like that like the English sort of like Euros decision. Like I think it's always better to pick a player on the field because, regardless if someone's a penalty taker or not, these
they're
players
in
that are
the
on the
moment.
pitch have they've got like the
They're in the
feeling of the game.
yeah. They
Their bodies are warmed up. They're ready. Like Declan Rice was ready to take. He would have slaughtered that, bro.
can't agree more, mate. I'm
Yeah.
very much for that. What did you think about the two Ronaldo they should have been penalties from.
I feel like he's I said it to I can't remember. I think I said it to a couple of my other mates that were talking about it. I just feel like he's dropping too easy. And because he's
Yeah,
dropping too easy, I think that's giving the decision already to the referee saying, nah, he's bullshitting. So
I just think it's got
when
that
Neymar
thing around
starts
his
dropping all
yeah. Go
when
on, sorry,
Neymar
mate.
starts dropping and stuff, like referees don't give him as many fouls and stuff like
Mm,
that. Same with Sanchez. Sanchez used to drop sometimes, and refs will stop giving him fouls because he's started to be known for
yeah,
just dropping like a fly. So I think Ronaldo needs to. I know he can still beat that player. Like a couple of those times when he dropped, I'm like, fuck, he can still get to it.
yeah,
But it's like
yeah.
his
Like
touch was too big on one of them, and he sort of leant forward. And
yeah,
the guy grabbed contact. But if you start dropping before he gives you contact, then you're just taking the decision out of the ref's hand.
yeah. No, it comes very much into the game before that when he had that ball in through Shaw, and he sort of that he could have gone down at that moment when that guy was right up against him, and he
Mm,
used his strength to push him forward. But he with a physique like him, he should be that other one where he like sort of chopped back. I would have just been trying to smash it with your left foot, trying to
mm.
get something on it. And I do think that the one where he came from the side in another player, another day would have been definitely a foul. But from from a from looking at it in a like you just said, I can agree because he has got that around his head, that it's Ronaldo and he will go down. So
Yeah, but he's only really
uh,
brought that to his game recently. Like the
yeah, yeah.
the one that annoyed me, which it can come with age, he's getting old or whatever. But the one that annoyed me the most was the one with the cross came over the top, I think by Bruno, and the guy like just like touched him with his arm, and
Yeah,
he just
yeah.
sort of like flopped over and stuff, and I was just like,
That was
come
the one I
on,
was.
bro.
That's the one I mean. Like he could have just put his,
Yeah,
pushed himself forward and had a shot. So
I just didn't.
yeah,
I really didn't understand that one. So, but look, it's like if you guys go on and win the league matches like this, the fact that you also people forget that you scored in the 90th minute to
mm,
to get that as well. You scored in the 90th
yeah,
minute. Obviously, I don't know why Shaw's hand was fucking in the air anyway, but
yeah.
obviously that penalty save is huge. So,
He's
um,
done it a couple of times, sure too. It's a bit of a
yeah,
trademark.
but the games like that, when you look back at a season, if you win it, that's a game that like changes the whole season. You get in those 2 points
Mm.
there extra.
I hope we still go into I know some like when we'll go play West Ham. Is it Thursday? We're going to play West Ham in the
Yeah, well, my
yeah
game's on Thursday, so yours would be as well, yeah.
yeah. I hope we don't just throw it all away what we just did then. Like we can definitely improve from that game. We can if it's the same West Ham team that rocks up on Thursday, we can
Oh
definitely
yeah, fuck, you got to verse them again, eh?
worse them again. Yes, that's
But
what I'm
do they? I think they still have Antonio out though, and I think that's a big miss because of that red card. I think he misses 3, and the cup game counts as league games
Oh,
as
does
well.
it? There you
Yeah,
go.
because I know
That's
that
good then.
Xhaka, because of his red card, technically he was meant to miss Tottenham's game, but he's back for Tottenham because of this Wimbledon game, which
We
sucks.
put, oh,
I wanted him to miss the fucking Tottenham game
I'm gonna put money on him to get a red card in that game.
in Tottenham.
Yeah.
He'd be a safe bet because this guy's a fucking idiot.
I'm gonna do it.
He's a fucking idiot, mate. But yeah, that's obviously a great game by you guys. And last game of the weekend was that Tottenham Chelsea. Tottenham back to back 3-0 losses. All I know is I'm going to tip them for 3-0 losses in a row and tip Arsenal 3-0. That's what I'm going to say. But Thiago Silva, Kante with a fucking huge deflection.
Thiago Silva out
Crazy.
of nowhere, eh? Like
Yeah.
people doubting him, like say on his age. He's playing like a kid, doesn't he? When he's at centre back,
Yeah, but also I think at the end of the day, it comes down to the manager. And I've said that the
yeah.
whole time. Like people
If
are trying to tell me that, Arsenal this, that, or whatever. Like I'll give it time, but I don't want time because I see what Chelsea have done. They're still spending the same money as us. They're just spending it differently.
Yeah.
and they've got a proper manager that can get the best out of their players. I look at a prime example like Rudiger, Marcus Alonso. Like these guys were so crap that Chelsea fans and everyone thought they were rubbish. They should be out, and now Alonso is their best player and Rudiger.
Mm,
Christensen in defense. Like I'm even
yeah.
seeing Kepa start games again.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's
Well,
ridiculous, bro.
it shows you that they can win. They win 3-0, and was it? Yeah, it was 3-0, wasn't it? 3-0
3
win.
0 yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So they win 3-0, and Lukaku doesn't score. Just so how much
You
they
know
can
that's their in
use
their
other players.
first five games they have 10 different goal scorers.
Yeah, that's
That's
crazy, eh?
crazy, bro. And I saw something as well that supposedly Chelsea have more clean sheets than goals.
Wow.
Like since Tuchel as a whole took over,
Mm.
which I don't understand how personally.
When
They
you get
must have
Chelsea boy on, eh? When you get a Chelsea boy on to talk about him on here.
yeah, we do, but not Nick. But yeah,
No.
Chelsea, yeah, they're firing. To me, it's between. I just think, to me, like I said at the start of the season, I just don't think City are in it. Yeah, I put them in it if they were getting Kane, but since they didn't get him, and Kane's been abysmal for Tottenham as well. You can just see that he just doesn't give a shit.
Oh, did you see the stats for Kane? Like it was
Yeah,
it
bro.
was dreadful from him, eh? Up front, like he's first. Wasn't it like last game and this game?
I
He's
don't think
never
he's
had.
registered a shot. Yeah,
Yeah, he's never had 2 games without like
yeah.
having so much. It's just He needs to either sort himself out or definitely leave it. He leave it in the transfer window, eh? So,
He's been. I think he could, if City are in a bad situation, he could maybe go there. But to me, I don't think Kane's ever going to leave Tottenham.
yeah,
Because the thing is now, the way I see it, United are set up because one, Ronaldo, Cavani, but they've got the likes of a Greenwood, Rashford, Sancho, so they're set, they're fine. Then
mm,
you got the likes of Chelsea who just signed Lukaku. They can potentially, bring in maybe like a young potential striker and get him to loan under Romelu. But Romelu's still still pretty young. He's not that old. What's he, 20, 28?
I think he's the same age. Yeah, so 27, 28, yeah.
Yeah, so he's not even old. So
No.
he's just coming into his prime now. You can still get a decent, good 5 years out of him. Then I look at
Mm.
Liverpool. They're ones that can potentially need a striker, but Kane does not suit them at all. They'll never go for him,
Well, it
and they
looks
don't
like they
spend the
want
money.
Lewandowski, eh?
Nah, Lewandowski said he's never going to leave Bundesliga. He came out 2 days
Did he?
ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
He
was
said
seeing
that
all the
people.
rumors.
He said that people. He said people talk and dismiss every other league except the Premier League as the best. But he goes like, Cavani didn't. He was just mentioning because he's friends with Cavani. Cavani didn't need to leave PSG to prove a point. He's still one of the world's best strikers. And he said, I don't
Yeah.
need to prove any point. He said, this is one of the best leagues in the world. We win UCLs. We do this. We do that. And he said, I'll stay here. So Lewandowski's not going. So,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
the thing
yeah.
is, you've got the potential of Mbappe if he doesn't go. But I think his connection will go to Real Madrid because of Benzema, their connection there. And then I look at 2 potential strikers because Arsenal in the summer and in the thing are going to need a striker.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to go for a young progressive striker. So you've got the likes of Haaland, which I think that City will be more inclined to get. And then City also have the history of Haaland's dad playing for them as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think that's like a legacy thing that they can, play as a card there and potentially get him. And they like young strikers that can stay there for 10 years like they did with Kun. And
Mm,
then maybe Liverpool go for an Isaac potentially, that Swedish
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
I would love him to be at Arsenal. I think
Yeah,
Isaac's a baller.
he's a great player, eh? In the
Yeah,
Euros, he
I'd
was
really love him to be at Arsenal. I think he's such a fantastic young striker, so quick, strong. So I'd love to see him at Arsenal. But Liverpool are probably going to need someone. I know Jota's sort of filling a gap, but Firmino to me isn't good enough.
no.
But yeah, I seriously don't see Harry Kane leaving. I just can't see him. I don't know if you can see him going anywhere, but I just can't.
Well, I did see him looking like when we were talking about it, we were saying Kane being up there for scorers of the top goal scorers and that, where we were saying it depends if he leaves, and now looking at him staying there, he's not going to probably get up there, is he? But
No, I just think his heart's not in it this year because he thought he was going to get the move,
yeah, but
and now he just doesn't care.
even the season, it was I saw a stat. It was last season he got Golden Boot, didn't he? As well.
Yeah.
Yeah, last
Golden Boot,
season
yeah.
I saw a stat that it was he didn't score he didn't score like he didn't get going till like around round 6 or something like that, like with his goals even last season. So
Maybe.
maybe. Um, did you want to have a quick like? I've just got up the Carabao, mate. Just
Oh
looking.
yeah. Run me through it.
Man City, Wickham.
Wickham.
You would put
Hey, bro, Man
maybe,
City are playing
I
shocking.
know. Maybe put maybe put a little cheeky bet on
How much are Wickham paying?
maybe put a cheeky bet on Akinfenwa to score and them to win. Eh? I like the sound of
Could you
that.
imagine if
Do you know what I actually reckon? I haven't looked at the odds. I'm just reading the games that you can probably tell me if you get on there.
Yeah, I'm
I
going
would
on sports
say
now.
I would say Fulham to beat Leeds after Leeds' performance.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Fulham doing really well in the championship. Yeah, I could see that happening, especially the way Fulham play. Um, Wigan versus Sunderland. Wigan are doing real well too. Burnley, Rochdale,
Yeah, I'm just looking
Norwich.
here. There's Norwich, Liverpool. Liverpool should win that
Mm,
easy. Burnley, Rochdale, QPR, Everton. QPR is not. They've been playing decent. I watched a couple of their games.
yeah, even the Swansea, Brighton.
Woking is paying $26.
Wait, where's this one?
$26. I really want to slap $5.
What are Wimbledon playing to against you guys?
Let me have a look. West Ham are paying $7 against you guys, bro. That is some good odds. $7 to West Ham, and they only just drew the. They only just unfortunately like drew or lost.
I like
That's
some of these
crazy.
games. I'll be definitely up, but I'll try and I might try and set my
Yeah,
laptop
AFC
up.
Wimbledon are paying $23. Arsenal are $1.08.
I might try and set my laptop up
I
so I can maybe watch the United and the Fulham Leeds game. I reckon.
yeah, I don't think Arsenal will lose that at all, bro. Like, there's no way. Like,
What's
surely.
did you see the odds for the Fulham Leeds on? Are they on there?
Yeah. I just had it up. Brentford, Oldham, Fulham, Leeds. So pretty much the same. Fulham are paying $2.80, a draw $3.40, and Leeds at $2.30.
Jump on Fulham.
So pretty tight.
Yeah.
Southampton, Sheffield, QPR, Wigan and Sunderland, Stoke Watford. Stoke Watford actually, that'd be a cool game.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind watching all the games. It's so hard when they're all the same. Millwall and Leicester. Millwall might be a
Leicester need to
surprise.
win that one, don't they?
Millwall might be a surprise there.
Yeah.
And Wolves and Tottenham. Surely Tottenham win that. Wolves are the favorite as well.
Are they? Oh.
Wolves are the favorite. They're paying Wolves are favorite at $2.30, and Tottenham are paying $3.
I am going to put
Surely
a
Tottenham
cheeky
have to win that
on,
game.
mate. I'll put a cheeky multi on.
Gee, that's actually like if you had West Ham and they beat you guys, like what if you don't go strong and they go strong? But the thing is, they got no Antonio. That's what worries me.
Yeah, they got to play with that, but Umarenko, what's his name?
Yarmolenko.
Yeah, they got to sort of play with him up front.
Damn, that's good. All right. We're gonna do. Hey, what do you say?
Let's call it.
Yeah. Well, cool. I wanted to keep it at half an hour. It's already 45 minutes. All right, guys. Appreciate you all being here. If you're watching this later, appreciate. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video, and make sure you subscribe to my second channel, guys. Be doing FIFA 22 content every day as soon as it's released. Going to be doing daily pack openings and everything like that. SBCs, you know it, gameplays, everything. So make sure you subscribe to that channel. Yes,
we're going to do another. We'll do another video for review over those games, maybe, and set up for the weekend. We'll do one later on the week.
Yeah, we should do one. We could do like a because we're gonna do a preview. We could do like a preview and like a review at the same time, eh? Like on like a Thursday or Friday or something. What's today? Tuesday.
Tuesday, yeah.
Something like that, yeah. We'll figure it out. Anyway,
Discord for United game this weekend, nice and early.
What time is it?
It's a 9:30 kickoff for us
on a Saturday.
Mm.
If I'm home, yeah, I'll definitely watch the game. Yeah, hopefully I'm home and Jess doesn't plan anything. But yeah, chat. Appreciate you guys being here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Peace out.